始めるよ。はいはい。ごめん。今いけるかな？大丈夫。よし、ちょっと待ってね。できたできた。はいはーい。見る。はい、こんにちは。こんにちは。こんばんは。おはよう。全部だね。はいはい。みんな元気？おー、ちょっと待ってね。let me say hello to the chat. ちょっと待ってね。Craigie says, okay, don't know if I can make it. Aw, no worries, it's fine. Hechi, you're here. Kessoku, you're here. Good to see you. And Cunning Stunt, you're here. Hello, good to see you again. And Henry, はい、こんにちは。Patrick, こんばんは。よし、じゃあ始めようね。ちょっと待ってね。Let me just move my things. ちょっと待ってね。よっこいしょ、みんな元気かな？ Let me adjust my screens. Okay, I'm just talking to myself. So that's the note. Okay, my note starts from here. Oh, let me just say hello to some other here. Okay, let's see. Zaito, you're here? Kepler, こんばんは。Good to see you. Good to see you guys. ちょっと待ってね。Okay, let me just review. Whoa. Nice. Okay, I need to monitor on one side. That's what I'm doing, okay? That's the manga right here. And I'll put my notes here. Okay, I'm moving things around. Okay, can you see this? Okay. One sec. Just a little bit more here. And that's it. We go. So we are here, but before that, okay, last time we finished here, and this is where Nijika-chan and Kita-chan, visited. Well, they came to visit Bocchi-chan's house. And yeah, it didn't really go well in the beginning. Well, they came here to, think about their t-shirt designs, okay? And not, here to just hang out or play, but, Bocchi-chan decorated the house, as if it's like a party. So like she says, 全部片付けますね。やっぱりちょっと遊ぼうかな。So this is Nijika-chan. Bocchi-chan started to kind of, clear the decorations because, Nijika-chan said, they're not here to play. So, but Nijika-chan, wanted to be more gentle to Bocchi-chan. So like, oh, okay, hold on a minute. Maybe we can just hang out a little bit. So this is where, we left off here. Okay, so we're gonna continue. Oh, let me see. Oh no, it's actually here. Sorry, I was confused. Sorry, it's on the other page. Yeah, so the Bocchi-chan left the decoration like this, and they met Jimmy-hen and Futari-chan. And Futari-chan and Jimmy-hen, they're really good with people. So, they have better communication skills than Bocchi-chan. So like Bocchi-chan was feeling, Like, why? I can't do that. I can't communicate, as well as these two. So she was shocked. Okay, so this is where we left off. Okay, this is the official, and then we start from here. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Again, just like the last time, I will go from the top to the bottom first, and just read it out. Then I will break it down. Well, if it's necessary. If it's not necessary to break it down, I wouldn't bother too much. Okay, so I'll go from here. それじゃあ T シャツのデザイン決めよう。みんなこれに自由に書いて。はーい。無難にロゴ T でいいと思うけどね。そのままグッズにして物販で売りたいと思ってるし。みんなからそれ以上にいい案が出たら採用しますので。よーし、後藤さん頑張りましょう。たまにはみんなにいいところ見せないと。その格好で真面目な顔するのやめて。Okay, so let's go. Okay. So this is Nijika-chan and Kita-chan. Well, Nijika-chan has like a laptop here. But in the anime, she actually had a tablet. Of course, a tablet is easier in terms of designing things. It's so much easier, unless you have a different drawing tablet with it, then it's fine. But if you only have a laptop and without having something like Wacom or Wacom, depending on how you say it, or XP Pen, it's hard to draw without these things. I do use Wacom or Wacom for drawing, and also I use my iPad too. So here she only has a laptop. I don't know, but well, that's why she handed a sketchbook to Kita-chan. Okay, so here Nijika-chan says, それじゃあ Alright then. Okay. それじゃあ、T シャツのデザイン決めよう。Okay. So, T シャツの T-shirt デザイン Of course, デザインを Yeah, no, it's not written here, but it's a very common thing to leave it out. So, T シャツのデザイン Of course, デザインを決めよう。Okay. 決める We had this before, but 決める to decide. So, デザインを決めよう. So, let's, well, decide an idea. That's weird, but decide. Well, let us think about, the band T-shirt designs, and let us think about the official design. Let us decide, on the design. Okay? デザインを決めよう. So 決める. See? Here, so 決める to decide. 決める. 得る. Lu verb here. It's not an exception. So 決める. And in here, 決めよう。決めよう。決める。決め。The stem. And よう。Okay, so Lu verb, volitional. Okay, so let's decide. Let's do this. Let's think about, a T-shirt design. Well, they came to do that, so. みんな、そう、みんな、but it's みんな、it's pronounced みんな。みんなこれに自由に書いて。みんな、everyone. Well, Ryo-san's not here. for a reason. これに、これ Well, talking about this sketchbook. これに、に this に is surface に This is what I call surface に、you draw draw on something, isn't it? これに自由に書いて okay? So 自由、自由、free. Oh, it could be a noun too. Freedom. So 自由 is an adjective, and then this can be a noun too. This happens sometimes with not adjectives, just like genki as well. Genki on its own is a noun, and also it could be an adjective too. It happens a lot. Well, hence, like they conjugate pretty much, the same. A few things are different in terms of how you use them, but they're very similar. Like almost like identical twins. So 自由. Well, here, Nijika-chan is using, let me see, 自由に. This is an adverb. Adverb is from 自由, but 自由な adjective. 自由 adjective turned into an adverb. 自由に. So free, but freely. 自由に書いて、書く。To draw, in this case, with this kanji. 書く。Not to write. To write is also pronounced 書く, but a different kanji, isn't it? 書く, this one. To draw. 自由に書いて。So, everyone, draw your design on this freely. Just go ahead and do that. And Kita-chan, of course, hi, of course. That's easy. Sure. So Nijika-chan says, 無難にロゴ T でいいと思うけどね。無難. This is a very hard word. Don't need to know this, but 無難 sometimes you might hear this, so it's good to know. 無難. Bu. This has like nothing kanji, and then nan. This is the 難しい, hard, kanji. So, if you think about it, 無難. So, 無難. 難しいことがない。So nothing difficult. There's no issues, no problems. So that's why the meaning is like safe, but more like in terms of choices and options. Okay, it doesn't mean like safety. Like it doesn't mean like it's free of like dangers or anything, but 無難 in terms of like options, choices, ideas, things like that. It's a safe choice. Well, it means like low risk, but in terms of again choice or option again, you don't want to make it like too extreme, but if it's like a logo, like a t-shirt, and if it's simple enough, plain enough, then you can, okay, of course, it's easy to print on a t-shirt, and of course you can use the logo for other things too, because it's more convenient to do that. So that's why Nijika-chan says 無難. Okay, 無難に無難にロゴ T でいい. Okay, logo T, of course, logo t-shirt. Okay, logo T. I get mixed up. Like a t-shirt with a logo. Of course, band, logo. でいい. Something で いい. I think that it's good, if we just go for this. It will be safe, to go for a simple, like a logo t-shirt. Okay? 무난 adjective. It's an adverb, but you don't really have to like directly translate what she's, trying to say is that, well, just to be on the safe side, why don't we just like, go for a simple logo t-shirt. ロゴ T でいい something でいい I think that this is good. Just like a simple logo t-shirt と思う、ね、I think that blah blah. Okay, so I think that just like having a simple logo t-shirt would do. 思うけどね。I think, this is fine, but 思うけどね but ね it doesn't really lead to anywhere. It's fine. いいと思うけど let me see いいと思うけどshe just implies that like so like I think that it's fine to just to keep it simple with logo but if you want to go crazy, well, maybe you could show me, she doesn't say that, but she is just like kind of humbly just telling her opinion, like, oh, just a simple logo tee, logo t-shirt is fine. Butけどね but well, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Let's see. そのままね、そのままグッズにしてね、グッズにして we pretty much say グッズグッズにして because it's not easy to say グッズ、そのままグッズにして物販で売りたいと思ってるし、okay? そのまま as it is、okay? そのままよいしょ、as it is, just just like that, just with that design. グッズにして、そう、グッズ like merch, okay, like merchandise. Of course, talking about like band, merch, just like t-shirts, of course, and what else? Like caps, hats, some other like stickers, things like that, a band like merchandise. グッズにしてね、something にする、so noun にする turn them into like merch, so make them, merch. 物販で we had 物販 before a while ago. 物販 it's like the merch like section at the venue, or like just like selling merchandise. 物販で売りたい、ね、売る to sell 売りたい、ね、wanna sell と思ってる、ね、so I 思うし is fine too 思ってるし or I've been thinking is fine. I've been thinking that we can just like sell, turn them into merch, turn the design into merch, and we can just like sell them as in the merch section. Okay, そのまま as it is. So without, if you have like a logo, designed, then it's really easy to make, more merch. You don't have to design so many different things anymore. そのままね as it is グッズに something にする make it to グッズ to merch にして and ね物販で in the merch section or in the as merchandise で売りたいね wanna sell ねと思ってるね I've been thinking like this ね思ってるしnormally again she to list reasons, but here she doesn't really have any other parts ending with she, but like 思ってるし思ってるから is fine too, 思ってるso I've been thinking like that, so it's also fine. And she suggests something. みんなからそれ以上にいい案が出たら採用しますので。Okay? So, みんなから from everyone から from それ以上、 ね、以上。you know, above. Okay? More than that. Above something. それ以上に、いい、ね、いい、an, ideas, or idea. Okay? それ以上にいい、ideas that's, you know, better than それ. You know, better than それ? What's that? Better than just like designing a logo tee, you know, logo t-shirt. Okay? それ以上にいい案が出たら、出る、いい案が出る、something comes out. 出たら、conditional, if. So if, you know, if you guys come up with something better than that, 採用しますので採用しますので、she's just kind of saying this as a joke. Let me see. 採用する. Let me see. Okay. Let me just check something here. Okay. 採用する. Normally if you say 採用する, it means like to recruit somebody. But here, in terms of like talking about like designs, opinions, ideas, 採用する can be used for these things too. So like ね、じゃあね、新しいね、案を採用する like 採用する like to adopt an opinion. Okay? So 採用するね、採用する、採用しますね。I'll adopt that. You know, I'll think about that. It's also fine too. I'll think about that, or I consider. If you come up with something better. Okay, 採用しますので、ね、採用する、採用しますので。She's intentionally, you know, trying to sound like a kind of business person. That's why, you know, she normally just like, you know, Nijika-chan talks very casually. But like, since like she's the leader of the band, so like she's intentionally kind of being like a little bit like a kind of, you know, sounding a little bit like not like a boss, but she wants to make herself sound like she's in a meeting, like in a business meeting. いい案が出たら採用しますので okay? So I'll consider, you know, if you come up with you know, something better than that. Okay? よーし、後藤さん頑張りましょう。Okay? よーし、alright? 後藤さん、ね、ぼっちちゃん、ね、頑張りましょう。ね、so let's try. ね、let's try our best. Let's see. たまにはみんなにいいところ見せないと。And this is Nijikaちゃん。その格好で真面目な顔するのやめて。そう、たまには、ね、たまには here's like たまには、occasionally, it could be sometimes too, depending on the frequency. It doesn't matter. Well, she here she doesn't really think that, you know, she can impress, you know, Nijika-chan and you know, Kita-chan and Ryo-san, you know, easily, but like たまにはみんなにいいところ見せないと。It's like いいところを見せる。いいところ like good side of me 見せる to show ないといけない。So let's see. そういいところを見せないと、ね、見せる to show 見せないとないといけない have to I gotta show、ね、いいところをいいところを見せないといいところ、of course originally ところ is place, but like she's talking about like her like ability or like things she can do. Okay? そうたまにはみんなにいいところ見せないと somebody に見せる to show somebody indirect object にいいところ、so like, good thing, good things about me, good side about me 見せないと、ね。Of course, Bocchi is already impressive, but she doesn't know. She doesn't really understand how impressive she is, and she thinks that like she's like lower than other people, and so she wants to impress. Like, hey, I gotta impress. I gotta impress everyone now. その格好でその格好 like appearance, or look or style 格好 of course かっこいい is from that, okay 格好、その格好、with that look, with that outfit で、真面目な顔真面目serious、真面目な顔face ね serious face する顔をするね、真面目な顔 serious face をする like to have a serious face or to make your face serious すること nounify やめて、ね、やめるto quit、to stopその顔で真面目な顔するのやめて、ごめん、その格好でね with that look, with that outfit, yeah. Can you stop, looking that serious? そう真面目な顔するのをやめてね stop, stop making that serious face, ね、in that outfit or with that outfit or style. Okay, so she still has this kind of body, kind of she has like silly, glasses, mustache, 一日巡査部長 so this is called Tusky, and it's kind of joke, as a joke we just like, use this and then write down like the title. Of course she's trying to pretend to be this, so 一日巡査部長 巡査 is like a police officer. 巡査部長 it's like the head of 巡査 like police officers. But it's like a, sometimes 一日 like 社長 like president and things like that, just like kind of, as a joke. In Japan you'll see something like this, okay? But she's, trying to think more seriously, like, hey, I gotta, impress everyone now, since like she doesn't get to impress, everyone, normally. So, okay. Oh, Kita-chan. So let's go here. So I'm gonna go here to to the bottom. Okay, so let's go from here. できました。コンセプトは友情、努力、勝利です。じゃーん、かわいいでしょみんなでつかめ勝利の花を。結束バンド頑張れ優勝体育祭で見るやつ。優勝って何？そんなのないけど。ノリですよ。こういうの来たらみんなの心が一つになる気がしません？クラス一致団結。ぐにゃー。ぼっちちゃん体育祭に相当なトラウマが。Okay. Let's go here. So Kita-chan has an she has an idea now. できました! So this is from something ができる。ね、something is like, created, something is produced. So meaning that, oh, I have one. I have one here. できました！コンセプトは、ね、コンセプトは、concept? This is already カタカナ。友情、努力、勝利です。友情、friendship、友情、勝利。Okay, 努力 is effort. We had this before, so I didn't bother writing it. But 努力, so effort, 勝利、ね、勝利 victory, 勝利。勝利です。So the concept is, the concepts are friendship, effort, and victory. じゃーん、かわいいでしょ？じゃん、we had じゃん before, like ただーん、ね、かわいいでしょ？ Isn't it cute? So here's this. You don't have to read it, but みんなでつかめ勝利の花を So みんなで everyone, with everyone つかめIt's the imperative of つかむ to, to grab something, or grasp. つかむ imperative つかめ、ね、みんなでつかめ、ね、grab, let me see, 勝利の花、so victory の花、this 花 means like flower, flower, so victorious flower. ね、をね、of course、みんなでつかめ勝利の花を、it's reversed、okay、勝利の花をみんなでつかめ、ね、the flower or flowers of victory、をみんなでつかめ、ね、grab、the flower of victory with everyone、結束バンド、ね、優勝頑張れGo for it! 優勝I don't know what Kita-chan's thinking. 優勝 means like like being a champion, or winning like a tournament, winning like a championship tournament, like a competition. And then like be like, the number one. That's 優勝. Okay? 優勝する is to become a champion. Okay? To win like the contest or tournament, things like that. 優勝 and 優勝する is the verb. 優勝 so 優勝 ね、so of course again like a victory, but like like being a champion or champions. And Nijika-chan says 体育祭で見るやつ、okay? 体育祭、okay? 体育、体育 like the PE, like PE class, but 体育祭 it's written as 体育祭, but we say 体育祭, okay? It is officially 体育祭, but since E is kind of annoying to say, so we say 体育祭, okay? So like like a school, like a sport festival, like sport day, 体育祭. This is from like the junior high to high school. Okay, 体育祭. And then we of course we do have 文化祭, like a cultural festival as well. 体育祭. Normally 体育祭 is held in like autumn, like October, or sometime after the summer holiday, summer break. Okay? 体育祭. 体育祭で見るやつ。Something that we see at 体育祭。And of course, Nijika chan wanted to say something about 優勝。優勝って何？ What do you mean by 優勝？ね、そんなのないけど。ね、そんなのね、something like that ない。ね、we don't have something like that. We don't have anything like that. そんなのないけど。Yeah, because like they're supposed to make, make a band T-shirt. Like, what are you talking about with usual? It's not a 体育祭. It's not like a sport festival. And Kita-chan says, ノリですよ。こういうの来たらみんなの心が一つになる気がしません？ Okay? ノリ。ノリ。It's not seaweed. Nori is like a vibe or groove. Nori. Nori ですよ。Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it could be like a vibe, a feel, Nori de plus like a verb, to do something impulsively. Okay, of course, without thinking. Like, she wasn't really thinking about it. She was like, yeah, wait, it felt good. And I just went with the flow and I just wrote it. ノリですよ。こういうの来たら、ね、こういうの、something like this. 来たら、着る to wear, or to put on something. If we wear something like this, みんなの心が一つになる。ね、みんなの心、heart. So everyone's heart が一つ one になる。noun になる。ね、to become one なる気がしません？ね、something 気がする feels like it feels like なる気がすればしません？ Like, doesn't it feel like? Does it not feel like, everyone's heart, becomes one if we wear something like this? That's why I wrote it. And then this triggers something in Bocchi-chan's mind. Uh-oh. クラス一致団結。ぐにゃー。ぼっちちゃん、体育祭に相当なトラウマが。クラス、ね、クラス一致団結。一致団結。It's like a slogan at at the 体育祭, like a sport festival in school. We say 一致団結。Okay. 一致団結. You don't need to know. The ones I marked with this, it's something that's too advanced that you don't really need to know. But since they appear, in the manga, I just wrote them down. But it's not a big deal. They're not very commonly used, but kind of funny if you know them. So I wrote them down, but I did mark with, this purple, emoji, like a kind of circle, meaning that you don't really need to bother learning. Okay, I just put them there, kind of everywhere here, because like in the next section, Bocchi-chan starts like kind of mumbling weird things. So, but they're not very, very important in everyday conversation. But I just wanted to write them all out, in case you want to know what they mean. Okay, but it's not a big deal if you just don't even learn. But of course, it's funny. It's funnier if you know these things. Like if you want to understand, the original, and of course, and of course the anime too. And why she says such such a thing like 一致団結. So 一致団結 Means like unity, cooperation, solidarity. Okay, like being together. Just like, of course, if you're, if there's a taiksa, sport festival at school, like you really have to, be, in the team. You have to work, with your classmates. You have to, contribute a lot. Do it for everyone. So that's why she starts like, remembering the things. クラス一致団結 Gunya. Well, she's like melting. Gunya. Yeah. And this is Nijika-chan. Bocchi-chan. 体育祭に相当なトラウマが。Okay. So, Bocchi-chan. Of course. Bocchi-chan. 体育祭。体育祭。Sport. Festival. Of course, school. She doesn't like any kinds of like school events, especially when it comes to taikusai. Yeah, I mean, for me it was a nightmare too. I just honestly I wasn't made for it. Taikusai. Because yeah, like we had to practice even like after school, like we had to practice like dance, and like we had to run to train ourselves, and like, for just for this, and in which Bocchi-chan will explain a little bit later, so you will understand this cultural background. Okay. 体育祭に相当なトラウマが。Okay. 相当 like quite, like a lot of. Trauma, like a trauma. ね、トラウマが of course トラウマがあるみたいだね。So seems like you have a bad trauma, with 体育祭。ね。Yeah, I didn't really like 体育祭. I mean, I did kind of okay with like sport and running and things in general, but like just running continuously, and like classmates trying to pick the fastest runner, and like it was very stressful. You can't do what you want. You had to work for the class, and like this is what she's talking about. Like let's see. I totally understand this. So let's see, it's right here. Let me just monitor this. Okay, we go. You hear like from here to here. It's a little bit dark, and also Bocchi-chan's going like autopilot, so you don't really have to worry about what she says here. Of course, I will go through, but it's not a big deal if you don't understand, because she actually intentionally speaks, in a super old-fashioned way, and in a kind of in a very strange way too. So you don't need to understand anything, but of course, I'll try to explain what it is. But it reminds me too. I just don't want to think about this either. 体育祭、陰キャのトラウマ、学校イベント第1位、日本陰キャラ協会調べ。運動のできない者は煙たがられ、存在価値を奪われる忌まわしき祭典。授業内だけでなく放課後も応援練習などに駆り出され、個人の時間など皆無。約1ヶ月体育祭のためだけに生きることを強いられる。自分の能力では貢献できないとわきまえ、隅の方でじっとしていると非協力的と罵られる。このイベントの真に恐ろしいところは、何をしても陰キャは邪魔なところである。 そしていつまでもこうやって引きずっているところがさらに自分が陰キャなのを自覚され辛くなる。私なんかしちゃいました？北ちゃんは罪な女だね。Okay. Oh my gosh. Actually, she's not too far off. It's okay, she's exaggerating, but like I felt this way too. It was just way too much for me. Well, you know, it was fun in a way, but it wasn't. So okay, let's go from here. 体育祭 like, you know, sport festival. 陰キャのトラウマね、陰キャ like 陰キャ we had 陰キャ many times、陰キャのトラウマ so trauma、学校イベント第1位、学校 school イベント event school event 第1位number one、something like number plus e is like ranking, you know, so 1位 like number one, ranked number one. Let's see. Okay, so we have 相当トラウマ第1位 okay, we go. 第1位第1位、number one. You don't have to understand this. 日本陰キャラ協会調べ日本 Japan 陰キャ協会association 調べ means like you know research, okay? Or survey is fine too. So you know of course in according to you know 日本陰キャラ協会調べ according to you know the survey you know done by 日本you know Japan Inca Association. Of course she's making this up. Okay. 運動のできないものは、ね、運動のできない This is 運動ができない、okay. Sometimes they you know no and ga in this case and I'm not talking about every single no and ga you know they're used interchangeably, but 運動のできないもの especially when you have a noun here, it's like a phrase here, you know. This is 運動ができない、okay? 運動ができないもの、運動のできないもの person or people who cannot 運動 so like 運動 like sport or exercise 運動のできないもの of course talking about like someone who is not active, who is like not fit, who is like unfit basically, okay. 運動のできないものは、ね、those who are unfit、煙たがられ yeah, you don't have to know this one, but I wrote it down for you if you want to know, but you don't need to know. It's from 煙たい、煙たい、if you know this kanji, this is from 煙 means smoke、煙たいThink about like okay when you are in a like a room you know full of smoke, okay, that's smoky, right? So that's when then you say kemutai, you know, you go kemutai, right? It's too smoky and you cannot breathe, kemutai. So from that it also feels like uncomfortable, kemutai. So and I'm just you know, I'm talking about etymology of this, you know, word. So, 煙たがる。ね、煙たがる。So, think about this 煙たい。But 煙たがる is from that, you know, from 煙たい。You know, to think, you know, to think somebody, you know, as a burden or a nuisance, okay? Like, kemutagaru, okay? So, think about that. Kemutagaru, passive of that is kemutagarareru. Okay, so meaning like so if you're unfit, they'll consider you as a burden or nuisance, or you will be considered as a burden. Okay, 煙たがられ、煙たがられ、煙たがれて。Okay, also 煙たがられ. Very old-fashioned way to continue to the next section. Normally it's a 煙たがられて. Or sometimes we just use the master stem. In this case, it's exactly the same. 煙たがられ、られます. So this is also the master stem. 煙たがられ and, you'll be considered, you'll be like treated, you'll be seen as a, nuisance or burden. And 存在価値. Okay. 存在, existence, 価値, value. Existence value. Okay. 存在価値. 存在価値を奪われる. You don't need to know any of this, but it's just funny to kind of break it down and understand what she's talking about. She is really extreme when she just like, when she just goes like autopilot and just like goes blah blah. She's actually really funny. Okay, because we don't really talk this way. But she's just like, she wants like she wants to make a statement. Like a speech. 存在価値を奪われる. So 奪う. 奪う is actually a kind of common word. You don't need to know this kanji. It's a little bit too hard. But 奪う. To take something away by force. Okay. 奪う. And the passive is 奪われる. So like to be taken away. Of course, somebody takes it by force. So something is taken away by force. 奪われる. Passive. What is taken away? 存在価値. Your value of existence will be taken away. 忌まわしき祭典. Okay, we don't say this, but it's just funny when she says it. Okay. 祭典. It's just an alternative way to say 祭り. We just say 祭り. But 祭典 祭典 is a very formal word. Okay. Festival. Or like a ceremony as well. But it's very official. It's very official sounding. That's why she's using it here. She doesn't even say 忌まわしき祭り, but she says 祭典. That's why it's funny. Because I would never say something like this. And 忌まわしい. Okay. The previous word is 忌まわしき. You don't need to know this, but I'm going to tell you what this is. Okay. Very interesting thing that this one has ki. Okay. Sometimes you might see this kind of ki in like lyrics. Yeah, I've seen it in which one was it in the recent in my karaoke stream. It had it there. I think it was in Yusha. I think I can't look it up right now, but was it Yusha? I can't remember which one. But it was one of it was in the lyrics. But it's kind of this 忌まわしき. Nowadays we say 忌まわしい. Okay, so 忌まわしい. Ominous or horrid. Okay, 忌まわしい. Okay, so now this is an e-adjective. But back in the day, e-adjectives, the last e used to be ki. Okay, so 熱い. 熱き. Yeah, so if you say 熱い戦い, like a hot battle, it used to be like 熱き戦い. Sometimes we say it in when we want to kind of make a cool phrase. Sometimes we still say that, but of course it's not in like it's not used in everyday speech. But back in the day, e-adjective the last E was ki. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of change happens, of course, over time. So, 今はし、ね、originally, back in the day, 今はしき. Okay? Of course, nowadays we just change it to the E adjective. Okay? So, 今はしき. 今はし, ominous, Saiten festival. She really hates it. Yeah, I felt like really anxious about Taikusai too. Yeah, like if you mess up, that's it. Like, people, like your classmates will look at you and like, hey, you messed it up. You ruined it. So like you don't want to fail, you want to do well, and then like there's so much pressure, and you might like you might do it badly, you don't know, like you feel too stressed out. So yeah, like for me, I actually didn't like it. If I just like could just watch it, okay, it's fun. But if you actually have to participate and do well, for the team, it was a bit stressful. Okay. 授業内だけでなく、授業, like a class, a lesson. 授業内, of course, 授業内 like within, classes, or during the class. 授業内だけでなく, だけでなく, again, a little bit old-fashioned, like not only, not only, during a class. Yeah, sometimes we do have classes dedicated to Taikusai and Taikusai prep as well. Interesting, huh? Okay. So like normally, not just like an hour, but they would just like get like 2 hours, and like, oh, we use this long class for the Taikusai prep. And yeah, so she's actually talking about that. So 授業内だけでなく, not only those Taikusai prep classes. 放課後, after class, after school. 放課後も応援練習, 応援, support, cheer. Of course, it's from 応援する. We had 応援する a while ago. I think it was Kita-chan saying, 陰ながら応援しています or something. Like when she was about to leave, Kessoku bando, thinking like, oh, I don't belong here. I'll support you, in the shadows or something. And then, yeah, that's when she said 応援, like 応援します. So 応援, support, or cheer. 応援練習 and practice, like cheer, like cheerleading practice. I know it's really kind of silly. Not cheerleading only, but like sometimes they make like some weird songs, not weird, but like original songs to support the team. And also like they make like dance too. They dance to these songs and to support the team. 応援練習 That's 応援練習. They come up with like call and response kind of thing to to cheer the team up, and like it's the whole thing. 応援練習などに etc. に借り出され So let me see. 借り出す You don't need to know this. That's why I marked it as purple. But since it's still funny to kind of understand what this is, so 借り出す to round up people, like recruiting, gather people around. 借り出す Okay. 借り出す借り出される借り出される It's a passive form. Like to be rounded up or to to be gathered. Okay. 練習応援練習などに借り出されそう like you be you'll be rounded up or you'll be gathered for応援練習, like for like cheerleading practice or supporting practice or cheering practice. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah, you gotta do it like they will like normally give you like at least 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. If you're in the leadership or something, yes, you need to start preparing like much earlier, and then you have more time to prepare. But I think every student like has to participate, in the rehearsals and practice prep like for at least like 2 weeks. 借り出され of course 借り出されて the same thing happens here too. Okay. 借り出されて and imagine that that's missing. So you'll be gathered for 応援練習 and 個人の時間など皆無個人 individual の時間ね、so your own time basically 個人の時間など皆無ね zero okay. No nothing 皆無よいしょね皆無ねnothing zero ねdoesn't exist okay. 個人の時間など etc. 皆無ねthere's no time such as your own time. Okay, of course talking about like your own free time, to do the things you want to do. 約1ヶ月約 approximately. Okay, 約 here 約1ヶ月 okay. This ka could be small or big, it's fine. It could be hiragana. So many variations to say 1ヶ月 約1ヶ月 so approximately 1ヶ月 1 month. 約 is a very useful word. Of course same as like 1ヶ月くらい or 1ヶ月ぐらい体育祭のためsomething noun のため so for 体育祭 for the sport festival だけ、ね、only for the 体育祭、生きることを強いられるI will never say something like this. Okay. ちょっと待ってね。生きる。to live or to survive. 生きる。生きることを強いられる。Okay, so this has a 強い漢字。But it's from 強いる。強いる。To force somebody. 強いる。強いる。強い guess what? られる。強いられる。passive. to be forced. 強いられる。to be forced? What will be forced? to be forced to 生きる。to live for only 体育祭。for how long? 約1ヶ月approximately 4 months. You'll be forced to live only for 体育祭 okay 1ヶ月だけ little bit of an exaggeration here. It's a bit too much, but as I said, normally about 2 weeks. 1ヶ月 maybe for if you are in like 生徒会 or maybe if you're in like a leadership or something, yes, you gotta start preparing for like start preparing very early, and it might take you like 1ヶ月 like a month, but normally for like ordinary for ordinary students maybe like 2 weeks, maybe max 3 weeks. Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? And of course, you will still have other like classes, other subjects too. But this is like additional thing that you gotta do sometimes, after school and so on and so forth. So, oh, but okay, this is too much. 自分の能力では貢献できないとわきまえ、隅の方でじっとしていると非協力的と罵られる。Okay, so it's a bit too much. 自分の能力、自分の your own 能力 skills, abilities、能力、it's a good word 能力、自分の能力では、let's see 貢献できない、貢献できない from 貢献する is a very good word、貢献する、貢献する to contribute、貢献する、貢献する、irregular、貢献できる potential、貢献できない can't contribute with your own ability or abilities できないと so if you cannot contribute or if your ability is not enough to contribute, that's also fine too. できないとわきまえ okay, I didn't know that it was combined. Okay, one second. 貢献できないとわきまえ okay, I see わきまえるlet me see it's from わきまえる、わきまえる very similar to like 理解する to understand, but わきまえる is a little bit more specific. It's to know or to be aware of something, but to understand something. But when it comes to like manners, your position, and maybe what to do, in terms of your roles and things, what you are supposed to do, knowing like what you're supposed to do, that's wakimaeru. It has a very difficult word, but it's a good one to actually learn. Okay. So I didn't put the purple one because actually, yeah, I sometimes see this when I'm reading, something like this. So, especially like some characters say such a thing. So it's a good one to know. So let's say わきまえ so 自分の能力では貢献できないとわきまえso わきまえる like to know, to understand, as a person. So if you know that you cannot contribute, with your own abilities. わきまえ again わきまえって、let me see 隅の方でじっとしていると okay, see 隅ね corner ね隅隅の方でor like at the corner or like like somewhere like at the edge, not in the center. Okay, 隅の方でじっとするじっとするto stay still, stand still, to do nothing or to be silent. じっとするじっとしていると let me see 非協力的と罵られる okay, you don't need to know any of this. I mean 罵る it's a very difficult word. Let me see. He is the negative, so let's see. It's from 協力的 but it's negative, so 協力する協力するis to work together, so 協力的cooperative, okay, but he is the negative version. So cooperative. So you're not like supporting. You're not helping, basically. So basically it means like useless. Yeah. 非協力的と罵られる。罵る。It's a very difficult one. Okay. 罵る。Again, you don't need to know this, but it's just funny to explain what she's talking about. And, yeah, she uses a lot of weird things. That the things that Kita-chan would never say anything like this. Kita-chan will say anything like this. Okay. Yeah, Kita-chan or Nijika-chan wouldn't talk like this. It's just Bocchi-chan's like very dark, personality. Makes it. Makes her sound, like a little bit odd. So, 罵る, to curse, to call somebody names. Okay? 罵られる. It's the passive. So, like, to be, insulted, to be called names. They call you names, 罵られる. I see. So let's see. So this is a very long section. So from 自分の to していると, this is actually one thing. So this one has conditional. Conditional. So let me see. This 自分の to していると one part, but this could be broken into two. So, 自分の能力では貢献できないとわきまえ as one thing, 隅の方でじっとしていると and 非協力的と罵られる. So you can actually break it into three, even though they're actually connected. If it's easier to break down that way, it's fine. So, so wakimae again, like to understand from your position, that you cannot contribute. You can basically you can't do anything about it. If you understand that you can't do anything about it, and if you stay quiet, if you do nothing in the corner, conditional. So if you do that, if you do nothing, if you're staying quiet in the corner, 非協力的と罵られる. So you'll be basically you'll be criticized that you are not being cooperative. You are being useless basically. You are not being supportive. このイベントの真に恐ろしいところは何をしても陰キャは邪魔なところである. I can't help it. Okay. このイベント、so this event, 真に恐ろしいところ。真に。真に is the same as 本当に。本当に。truly, really, but she said 真に. Okay. So again, 真に, she's intentionally picking like very uncommonly used, vocabulary. Intentionally, she's doing that to make it like sound horrible and and funny at the same time. 真に恐ろしいところ。恐ろしい。horrible, awful. ところ。ところ place, but it's more like the point. Or it could be translated as maybe things too in this case. So like the thing about what's truly horrible is horrible about this event is 何をしても陰キャは邪魔なところである. So 何をしても whatever you do, whatever we do, 何をしても陰キャは邪魔なところ邪魔なところである。邪魔ね hindrance. Okay. So 邪魔 is from 邪魔になる like to get in the way. So 邪魔 on its own like hindrance in this case, basically, Inca gets in the way, So Inca, or an Inca will be a hindrance. Whatever you do, whatever we do. Okay. So このイベントの真に恐ろしいところはね、the thing ね、the truly horrible thing about this event はね、whatever you do, ね、Inca ね、Inca an Inca is a hindrance. Inca or Incas, get in the way, of everyone. Don't say that, I mean, the good thing about Taiksa is that, the classmates like you're trying to like support everyone, trying to cheer, everyone, no matter slow, they are, or like they were still trying to like be friendly. So she's exaggerating a little bit too much, but anyway, so she's still in her own world here. そしていつまでもこうやって引きずってるところがさらに自分が陰キャなのを自覚させ辛くなる。Okay, so そして and いつまでも forever for good こうやって like this 引きずってるところ引きずっているところ、引きずる we had 引きずる before、originally 引きずる is to to drag something, but in this case, since she's talking about like thinking about these things, she's imagining these things in her head. She's not talking about like like dragging something physically. It's more like dwelling on something like this. Keep thinking about something like this. いつまでもこうやって引きずってるところが、again ところ。It's not really about place, but like, thing is fine too. Or the point is fine. さらに、like even more. 自分が、myself が陰キャなのを、陰キャなことを自覚させ辛くなる。So, the fact that, I keep thinking about this forever, it makes it even hard, or it makes it even harder, by making me realize that I'm an Inca. Okay. So さらに even more, or additionally further, 自覚する。to realize 自覚させる causative make you realize something that will make you realize 自覚させる causative 自覚させ again させて、it's not written here, but it's very common in more like old-fashioned writing like this. Because she's talking like an old person, or like a kind of historical figure or something. 自分が陰キャなのを自覚させ辛くなる。辛くなる辛い、辛い、hard、辛い、いい adjective、辛く adverb、辛くなる becomes becomes hard. It gets hard. It gets hard. Why? Well, since she keeps thinking about these things forever, and it keeps like dwelling on these things, it makes it harder, because it makes me realize that I'm an Inca. Okay. And Kita-chan says, 私なんかしちゃいました? Okay. なんか something するしちゃうしてしまう Have I done something? Of course, have I done something wrong? しちゃいました Have I said something? Have I done anything? ですね、Nijikaさん。北ちゃんは罪な女だね。北ちゃんは罪な女。Of course she's joking. 罪ね、罪。sin, guilt or crime. 犯罪 is also crime too, but it has the same 漢字。犯罪。罪。sin ね、罪な女。ね、罪な女 so like sinful sinful woman or cruel oh you're a bad lady 北ちゃんcause you know because of what 北ちゃん like you know said like usual and like you know みんなの心が一つになる気がしません something like this just triggered Bocchi-chan, you know, to be like this I understand this. Yeah, I don't want to join Taikusai anymore. It's a nightmare. Okay. Okay, so let's see. A little bit more. The rest is pretty easy. Bocchi-chan, 夏休みが終わったら体育祭学校やめたいな。お、寮からもたくさん届いたよ。何これ？カレー？今度はお寿司です。意味わかんないんだけど。晩飯どっちがいいかな。自分で考えろ。カレーがいいです。So Bocchi-chan, I'm feeling depressed. 夏休みが終わったら体育祭。夏休み summer break が終わったらね、終わる something finishes or ends 終わった past tense past たら if conditional in this case it's more like when. So when the summer break is over,体育祭 of course 体育祭 is coming up ね、or there will be you know 体育祭 coming up 学校やめたいな、学校ね school of course をやめたいね I wanna quit I wanna leave school I wanna quit school and Nijika chan gets something from りょうさん。お、りょうからもたくさん届いたよ。ね、りょうからね from りょう、also、たくさん a lot 届いたよ。届く something arrives. So of course, りょうからも here what's missing is like アイディアがor案がね、アイディアがたくさん届いたよ。ね、ね、so a lot of ideas ね、came from りょう。of course, meaning りょう also sent me a lot of ideas too. 何これ？ What the heck is this? カレー？Curry? 今度はお寿司です。This time, it's sushi. 意味わかんないんだけど。意味 so meaning わかんない。So I don't understand. So I have no idea. And 晩飯どっちがいいかな。晩飯、We don't say 晩飯、but りょうさん just saying this, on purpose to be funny. Banmeshi. Yeah. Banmeshi is dinner or supper. But in textbooks, they say bangohan, which I actually don't use. Okay, I just say yorugohan. Yorugohan is way more common. I hear pretty much all of my friends say yorugohan, but I don't know, somehow like in textbooks they say bangohan a lot, and which I actually don't use. Okay, banmeshi. It's not a very polite word if you say banmeshi. Of course, some guys say it. But it's okay to say it. Like, if you're just with, guy friends and things like that, that's fine. But normally, girls don't say banmeshi because it make them sound a little bit too wild. So I would never say banmeshi myself. But if I want to say this, I would just say yorugohan, or just some people just say yoru, like yoru. どうする? Like, of course, meaning like 夜ご飯どうする? Like, what are we gonna do about dinner? What's for dinner? どっちがいいかな? Like, どっちがいい? ね、どっち? Ne, which one? どっちがいい? Ne, which one's better? Ne, which one shall I choose? And Nijika-chan, getting a bit angry here. 自分で考えろ! Like, 自分で、ね、考えろ from 考える to think about. Okay. 考える、考えろ imperative. ね、think, well, decide it by yourself. Think about it yourself. Or you can decide yourself. And Kita-chan says, カレーがいいです! Curry. Let's go for curry. Let's do curry here. カレーがいい. Curry is good. Curry is better. But like, in terms of like which one, which one is better? Which one shall I go for? If you say カレーがいいです, カレーがいいです, like, I want to go for curry. Curry is better for me. So that's that. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. All because of this and this and yeah. Okay. But I mean, I think it's interesting to kind of expand it because then you will be able to understand the cultural background and like why she's being so traumatized about this experience or experiences in the past. Had to go through this. So for Taikusai, basically for 6 years, from junior high school to high school, we had to do that. And for elementary school, it was undokai. The word was different. It wasn't that intense compared to like middle school, junior high school and high school. Undokai was like more fun because, you get to like invite parents. So like, you see like your friends' parents and like have a picnic together. So like, if it's at elementary school, you have undokai, which is very similar to taikusai, but it's for elementary school kids. And undokai is for, younger children as well. But it's more fun because, you get to hang out with parents and, friends' parents and so on and so forth. But if it's taikusai, you don't really invite parents or anything because it will be chaotic. Anyway, okay, it was more like a cultural lesson here today. So you understand, if you're just like, reading subtitles and like translations, you don't really understand, much about, the cultural references. But, I get to kind of go through, all the little nuances here and there. So, hopefully you learned something new today and something interesting. So like when you, watch some like new, animes, whatever, or read new manga, and then if you hear something about taikusai, you know what to expect. Well, of course, a lot of kids, teenagers love taikusai, but it's not for everyone. Okay. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. ちょっと待ってね。喉が渇いた。美味しい。よし、ちょっと待ってね。よいしょ。ああ、できた。check. Okay, here we go. I'm just checking. Just chat. Have a look. Let me say hello to Alexander. You're here. Sorry, hope you're still here. Samuel, you're here. I hope you're still here. say hello again. So I'm just going back. I'm just going through the chat history. I'm sorry I couldn't go back to you in real time because I had a lot to explain. So Robert, you wanted to say konbanwa, I guess, yeah. And Saito, okay, you had to go. That's fine. Well, it's good that I see your name in the chat. That makes me happy. And let me see. Ametiv, I am. How are you doing today? Isn't it late in Japan? I'm in California right now. I am from Japan. I am a native Japanese speaker, but I did move to the States. So I am in, California. So right now it's at about 2:30 to 32 p.m. So it's not too late. Let me see. Cunning stunts. A lot of these kanji have been appearing in my core. Good. Yeah, good. Yeah, excellent. That's a good way to kind of keep yourself motivated. Because if you learn more, vocab, then you'll be able to identify more. In the manga like this, and that will kind of keep you motivated too. Let me see. Even knowing some of these words, it's difficult for me to make. Yeah, exactly. You need to understand, especially when you learn something more advanced. You gotta learn. I mean, it's not just for advanced vocabulary. It's pretty much for everything. But you gotta understand, when to use it, in what situation, and in what context. Otherwise, it's really hard to remember, and it's really hard to understand and memorize. Okay, yeah, Amative kanji are hard to learn. Understand most of the spoken Japanese. Oh, I know. I understand that. That's why I try to. Let me see. I try to type with hiragana next to it too. Okay, as much as possible. Let me see. I'm just going through chat. Alexander, from an outside perspective, Taikisai sounds pretty fun. It is meant to be fun. And especially if you're active and if you're fit, it's so much fun because you can kind of show off. You get to show off a lot in Taikisai. So if you're athletic and if you can run fast, if you're fit, oh my gosh, you're gonna have such a good time in Taikisai. But again, it's not for everyone. Let me see. Patrick, as someone who never was athletic, I can relate. I know. It's in Japan, everyone had to participate, and a lot of us join bukatsu, sport clubs in school. Even though I wasn't that athletic or fit or anything, I thought it was a good idea to play in a sport team. So I did that, but I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the best player or anything. I always kind of had to train harder, and but in Japan it's a very common thing to join a sport club too. Anyway, えうん、おまけの単語 ?Okay, let me see. Let me see. 車で家に帰るよかった。ありがとうね。そっかそっか。You had to go cancel, it's fine. Let me see. Cunning stance. 運動会 sounds like a movement meeting. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's just, it is what it is. So let me write that too. One sec. So it's, I just write it close to, 体育祭 OK そう体育祭to this 運動会ねそう運動one sec yeah so 運動運動 like yeah exercise yes 運動会 yeah meet so like athletic meet sport sport day 運動会 yeah but this is like more for like little kids 運動会like if you go to like a Japanese like kindergarten or like like nursery school of course they don't use kanji and they only use 運動会 in hiragana only which kind of makes it really cute too 運動会 yeah this is for little kids anyway let me see Cunning stance. I enjoy the cultural lesson. Excellent. Yeah. You wanna attend a Japanese high school? Who else wants to attend a Japanese high school in your next life? It is. It can be very stressful though. Like, you gotta like study really hard too. Like everyone's so competitive. You don't see this like in like anime or manga, but like the thing is, Japanese parents actually like push you to study really hard, and you gotta do well in school, and it's actually pretty stressful. My family was more relaxed, so it was okay. But I did make sure that I study hard too. I wasn't really forced to study, but the thing is like my parents bought me video games if I did well in exams. So naturally, I wanted to play games, so like I studied hard. That was a good deal. Anyway, let me see. Excellent, Alexander. You like cultural lessons? Good. 動物 moving thing. yeah. Kanji is funny, huh? I know. Okay. Yeah. High school life is pretty stressful. It's fun. I had a good time at high school, but I don't want to go through that, like, kind of weekly exams and daily exams. And like, no, yeah, it was really stressful. But it was fun to kind of hang out with my friends and things. So anyway, let me see. Yeah, I write Patrick's name wrong sometimes too. Like, sorry, Patrick. Let me see. Alexander, I think we might have romanticized. Yes, right. It's always kind of like, yeah, everyone's like, oh, I want to go to Japanese high school. It's just really cute and cool. Like, think again. Anyway, yeah, my parents were so free. Yeah, they basically let me go to raibu, like concerts, even though I was, pretty young. I went to concerts with friends and like, they got me tickets and yeah, my parents weren't very strict. Anyway, Zaito, you're back. Okay. So lots of Japanese people in Düsseldorf. I know, yeah, it's like a Japanese town, like a little Japanese town there. There are like Japanese bookstores and things there. I know. Yeah. Excellent. Anyway, yes, Cunningston, thank you for the fun emotion. Yes, you're welcome. All right, so it's time for me to go. Patrick says Asian schools seem very oppressive. It's more like schools also like have to compete against each other too. Like constantly, like show you like data and things, and like, oh yeah, your school is better than this, and then your school is lower than this and that, and like yeah, schools have to do well too. So like yeah, that's why it's kind of messed up, isn't it? But anyway, but I'm very thankful, like to my parents that they kind of let me do whatever I wanted. So that's why I lived in like London, and Europe, and I live everywhere, picking up different languages. Anyway, so thank you guys. ありがとうね. And Dexter, thank you. Thank you, Sensor's parents. I'll tell them that you say thanks. じゃあみんなありがとうね. It's time for me to go. Do you want to say goodbye before I disappear? 今日ね楽しかったね。じゃあ So I'll see you on Saturday ね、土曜日だね。So I'll be playing Genshin again. I have to find materials for Kazuha and Nahida because I haven't really found enough materials for them. So I'll be doing that this weekend. So I hope you can join. Okay? And let me say goodbye to you. Henry says ありがとうまたね。ありがとうまたね。And Patrick ライブしてくれてありがとうね。またね。どういたしまして。Alexander 先生ありがとうございます。どういたしまして。ね。斉藤またね。カニスタンツまたね。ヘッジもね。はい。Dexter じゃあまたね。ありがとうね。じゃあまたね。みんなありがとう。はーい。土曜日ね。またね。ありがとうね。New name, Mr. Nerd, goodbye.